Hello, everybody. Thanks for listening to Wake Up, Look Up, a podcast where we connect events happening in real time to the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm Zach Wyrock. And in today's episode, we are telling you, do not play with your kids. Just kidding. We're not telling you that, but they are telling you that on the internet, at least in parenting circles on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and other places where you can go to get parenting advice. It's a growing trend with educators and whatever a parenting influencer is telling you that if you want to mess your kid up, the way you can do that is by playing with them. That's because great kids, kids with imaginations and independence who learn to be autonomous, are kids who play by themselves. In fact, some influencers are going so far as to say you should never play with your kids. Others saying, well, you can, but for at least 5 hours a day, your kids should be left alone. In fact, I read one who just said this: when your child rolls a ball to you, don't roll it back. Instead, look at your child and say, look at that. You pushed that ball and it rolled. That's because if you roll it back, you are stymieing their creativity. Well, let me just tell you right up front, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous for two reasons. One is it's ridiculous because it flies in the face of common sense. Most of us would not say the painful memories we have from childhood are when our dad rolled the ball back to us. Thanks a lot, Dad. No, those are great memories. Those are memories of time and conversation. That's because real relationship stuff happens in proximity. It's by spending time together doing any number of things, of course, one of which is playing, that we have great conversations, that we make memories, that we have fun. This is what, by the way, psychologists will say, because they say the most fundamental thing your child needs from you is something called secure attachment. In other words, they need to learn that they are loved and that they are valued and that they can build relationships with other people on that basis so that when they leave your home, they're actually able to form healthy relationships. A child who is super independent and autonomous and creative on their own very well may be an adult who has no idea how to actually connect with other people, let alone spending thousands of dollars in therapy trying to figure out why you wouldn't play with them. But the second thing is that the Bible tells us that the most fundamental task of parenting is discipleship. Deuteronomy 6 says that we should write the things of God on the doorposts of our homes. We should put them on our hands and our eyelids. We should talk about them when we wake up, when we go about our day, and when we lie down at night. In other words, the Bible has the view that you disciple your children by being present with them. Now, in Deuteronomy's day, that meant you were walking side by side with your kids on the way to the promised land. It would later mean that when you were farming, they were farming with you, that every task was a family-oriented task upon which discipleship could take place. Nowadays, we have a little more margin, a little more space in our lives. So what that means is the big discipleship moment you've been waiting for might happen at the dining room table in the midst of family worship. It might happen at bedtime when your child looks at you and asks that meaningful, thought-provoking theological question. And it might happen when you're playing Legos. That's because kids aren't like us. They think about what they think about whenever they think about it and whenever they want to talk about it. Your job is to find time to spend with your kids, to love them, to encourage them, to help them form healthy relationships, and to hopefully earn the opportunity to talk to them about Jesus. Listen, this is one more internet fad that 10 years from now, everyone will say they were wrong and it was crazy. But by then, your kid will be 13 and you'll have already messed up. Do not get parenting advice from TikTok. I can't believe I have to say that. Instead, go to the timeless truths of God found in the Bible and the collective wisdom of your local church. Please shut this off and go play with your kids. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. While you're here, we'd love to ask you to hit subscribe or to like so you get future content. If you listen to the audio version too, make sure you leave a review and a comment. That really helps. Consider sharing it on social media and helping us get the word out. And hey, while you're here, check out all the other content that Christ Community Chapel is putting out, including the videos that are around me right now.